Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Thank you for joining us today. Today we will be speaking regarding the top 10 dumbest ever contracts in football history. Please watch the entire video to figure out all the details. And guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe and click the bell notification. Alright then, let's get started. Arranging a player's contracts or agreements is nowhere near simple, and in football, a club might need to make a couple of compromises to secure the player they desire. Here's a glance at the 10 worst contracts in world football. Number 10. Fraser Forster. Fraser Gerard Forster, born on 17th March 1988, is an English professional footballer who plays as a goalkeeper for Premier League club Southampton and the English Public Group. Forster started his profession with Newcastle United and had brief advanced spells with Stockport County and Bristol Rovers. He then spent a successful season borrowed at Norwich City, assisting the club with coming out on top for the League One Championship and advancement to the Championship. For the most part, Forster had an impressive presentation season in the Premier League, yet sustained a severe knee injury in March 2015, which precluded him until the end of the year. On his return in January 2016, he immediately found structure once more and proceeded to set a club record of 708 minutes without surrendering an objective. Forster's return helped Southampton's rise from 13th in the association to a 6th place finish, acquiring them the capability to come up in next season's UEFA Europa League. Forster was selected for England squads during 2012 and 2013, proceeding at last showing up in November 2013. He was chosen in England's squads for the 2014 World Cup and Euro 2016. Fraser Forster showed up in 2018-19, decaying endlessly on the seat while Alex McCarthy and Angus Gunn were in the middle between the sticks for Southampton. Despite this, Forster remains perhaps Southampton's highest worker, netting £70,000 per week, and he is contracted to stay on the South Coast until 2022. His high wages will make it extremely challenging for the Saints to offload him before that arrangement expires, and they could be set to lose a powerful sum of cash throughout the next few years. Number 9. Gies. An institute graduate of La Liga side Real Madrid, Gies appeared for the senior group in 2011, showing up across all competitions for the club and scoring 18 goals. During his time in Madrid, which was disrupted by a serious knee injury in 2014, he won 2 Champions League medals and a title in every one of La Liga, the FIFA Club World Cup and the Copa del Rey. Gies left the club in 2016 to join Ligue 1's Paris Saint-Germain for a detailed charge of €25 million, preceding getting back to Spain 6 months after joining the old neighborhood club Las Palmas, borrowed until the end of the season. Gies then, at that point, joined Premier League side Stoke City, borrowed for the 2017-18 season, and later Real Betis for the second 50% of the 2018-19 La Liga crusade. After a short credit spell with Primera Liga club Sporting CP, Gies passed on PSG to rejoin Las Palmas on a long-lasting arrangement. On the worldwide stage, Gies procured 36 caps at the youth level for Spain from under 16 to under 21, scoring 16 goals. He was important for the Spain under 19 side, which won the 2012 UEFA European Under 19 Championship and guaranteed the Golden Boot grant for finishing as the competition's top goal scorer. Gies is also a musician and goes by JM. He was previously essential for a 2-person reggaeton band shaped in March 2014 and disbanded some time after that. Cash isn't exactly an issue for Paris Saint-Germain, yet they are wasting a decent lot on Gies, who earns €100,000 per week with the Parisians. PSG figured out how to send Gies out, borrowed to Real Betis in January. However, it is indistinct whether they kept on paying most of the Spaniard's wages. He has gotten back to the club this summer, and with 2 years left on his agreement, the French outfit will be desperately searching for someone to get him from them. Easier said than done when you contrast his wages with his new record. Number 8. Jack Wilshere. Jack Andrew Gary Wilshere, born on 1st January 1992, is an English professional footballer who plays as a midfielder for Danish Superliga club AGF. Wilshere came up through Arsenal's Childhood Institute and impressed since the beginning. He made his first group debut in 2008, turning into Arsenal's youngest at any point association debutant at 16 years 256 days. Wilshere has procured various accolades, including the PFA Young Player of the Year grant, selection to the 2010-11 PFA Team of the Year, and Arsenal's Player of the Season grant, as decided in favor of by fans for his performances in his first full mission for Arsenal during the 2010-11 season. Wilshere is an England global, having represented his country at under 16, under 17, under 19 and under 21 levels. He got his debut for the senior group against Hungary at 18 years old and 222 days, making him the 12th youngest debutant in England. What did West Ham think when they made Jack Wilshere one of their highest paid players? It wasn't by and large a surprise to see the previous Arsenal man miss most of his presentation season through injury, tossing the Hammers' confidence into question. Wilshere earns £100,000 per week at West Ham, despite having 2 years left to go on the arrangement he settled on last summer. However, there's almost no way he will be sufficiently fit to satisfy his normal job at the London Stadium. Number 7. Antonio Donnarumma. A local of Castellammare di Stabia, Donnarumma started his football vocation with nearby group Juve Stabia before joining AC Milan at 15 years old. He spent 5 seasons in the club's childhood system. He was an individual from the under-17 squad who won the Campionato Nazionale Allievi in 2007, as well as an individual from the under-20 side who asserted the Coppa Italia Primavera in 2010, 25 years after the group's last success in the opposition. However, he missed the second leg of the last through suspension. Donnarumma was also selected 5 times for first group games since 2008. Yet he was never handled nor named on the seat in the long run. Milan Youth Department manager Filippo Galli implied that the youthful goalkeeper could have been prepared to join the first group for all time. Antonio Donnarumma is the lowest paid player on this list. However, that doesn't pursue his agreement concurrence with Milan any less ridiculous. The Italian goalkeeper was acquired for one reason: to persuade his sibling Gianluigi to stay put at the club. He has played 2 times in 2 years, procuring a staggering £50,000 per week in the process. And it will be impossible to move him on if Gianluigi does wind up leaving the club inside the following 2 years. It's safe to assume that Milan didn't altogether consider this one. Number 6. Phil Jones. Philip Anthony Jones, born on 21st February 1992, is an English professional footballer who plays for the Premier League club Manchester United. Before joining Manchester United, Jones played for Blackburn Rovers at youth and senior levels. He has also been used as a right back or defensive midfielder, albeit essentially a middle back. Jones has represented England at various levels. He played for the under-19 group in 2009, preceding making his presentation for the under-21 group in 2010. He made his presentation for the England senior group in 2011. It's a sad state of affairs when, despite his unquestionable uselessness, Phil Jones is offered a guard bargain at Manchester United. Jones was furnished with fresh terms towards the start of 2019, keeping him at the club until 2024. Yes, 2024, and his wages were multiplied to £120,000 per week. Yes, £120,000 per week. It isn't easy to translate why United thought this was smart. However, no less than Jones will presumably be in line for a testimonial when he leaves as a free specialist in 5 years. Number 5. Philippe Coutinho. Felipe Coutinho Correa, born on 12 June 1992, is a Brazilian professional footballer who plays as a going-after midfielder or winger for Premier League club Aston Villa on loan from La Liga club Barcelona and the Brazil Public Group. Brought up in Rio de Janeiro, Coutinho showed prodigious ability and succeeded in Vasco da Gama's childhood system. He was signed by the Italian club Inter Milan in 2008 for €4 million and subsequently loaned back to Vasco, where he turned into a vital participant. Coutinho made his senior global debut in 2010. He was important for the Brazilian squad at the 2015 Copa America. Coutinho got his World Cup debut at the 2018 FIFA World Cup, where he scored 2 goals and was named to the FIFA World Cup Dream Team. He was also an individual from the Brazilian group that won the 2019 Copa America on home soil. Felipe Coutinho is Barcelona's third highest worker behind Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez. Whenever you consider his new performances and the gathering he has gotten from the Barca reliable, that is not something worth being appreciative of. The Brazilian earns €200,000 per week at Camp Nou and is contracted to stay there until 2023. Nobody may watch his ongoing wages given his new structure, which means Barcelona might have a battle on their hands if they truly need to offload him as soon as possible. Number 4. Gareth Bale. Gareth F. Bale is a Welsh professional footballer who plays as a winger for Real Madrid's La Liga club and the Wales Public Group. He is generally viewed as perhaps the greatest winger of his age and one of the greatest Welsh players ever. Bale started his professional vocation at Southampton, playing left-back and acquiring acclaim as a free-kick specialist. Bale moved to Tottenham Hotspur in 2007 for an inevitable £7 million charge. At Tottenham, administrative and strategic shifts saw him transform into a seriously going-after player. From the 2009-10 season, under the direction of Harry Redknapp, Bale turned into an essential piece of the group, rising to global consideration during the 2010-11 UEFA Champions League. In 2011 and 2013, he was named PFA Players Player of the Year and was named in the UEFA Team of the Year. In 2013, he was also named PFA Young Player of the Year and the FWA Footballer of the Year and the Premier League Player of the Season. He was named to the PFA Team of the Year 3 times in succession, somewhere between 2011 and 2013. You can pardon Real Madrid for making Gareth Bale one of the highest paid footballers in world football. He was one of the finest players on the planet upon his landing in the Bernabeu, and in fairness, he has made a lot of progress in Spain. It's completely gone bad for Bale as of late, and his wages, which sit at £350 per week, are right now keeping him from having the option to leave Los Blancos this summer. At this moment, everybody is a loser. Bale is cashing in instead of playing football, and Real Madrid is wasting an exploitative measure of cash. Number 3. Mesut Ozil. Born on 15th October 1988, is a German professional footballer who plays as a going-after midfielder and is the commander of Turkish Super League club Fenerbahce. Ozil is known for his specialized skills, inventiveness, passing skills, and vision. Brought up in Gelsenkirchen, Ozil started his senior club profession playing for old neighborhood club Schalke 04, preceding signing with Werder Bremen in 2008, matured 19. His singular performances prompted a transition to Real Madrid in 2010. There he assisted the club with bringing home a La Liga championship and positioned first in association assists for 3 straight seasons. A German worldwide, Ozil holds the record for the most German Player of the Year awards, 5. To retain Mesut Ozil at Arsenal, the Gunners had to enact an extension in the German's agreement clause, boosting his weekly wages to £350,000. It might have seemed okay to hold tight to him at that point, yet this arrangement blows Arsenal's otherwise conservative pay structure way messed up. and he hasn't been in that frame of mind type of late. He is set to stay put until 2021, and it seems impossible that any top European side will be looking to match his Arsenal salary. Number 2. Danny Drinkwater. While Fraser Forster and Antonio Donnarumma are getting compensated for doing very little, Danny Drinkwater gets paid much something else for doing absolutely nothing. After impressing at Leicester, Chelsea picked to snap Drinkwater up on a 5-year bargain that was completely odd even at that point. He earned £100,000 per week with the Blues and made a fabulous absolute one-off appearance in 2018-19. Indeed, even that is questionable, as it came in the Community Shield. Number 1. Alexis Sanchez. Alexis Alejandro Sanchez, born on 19th December 1988, also referred to magnanimously as Alexis, is the Chilean professional footballer who plays as a forward for Serie A club Inter Milan, the Chile public group. He is considered by many people to be among the best players of his age and is frequently lauded as the greatest Chilean player ever. Named El Nino Maravilla, the Wonder Child, Sanchez started his senior club profession playing for Cobreloa and signed with Udinese in 2006, matured 18. He brought home consecutive association championships while on loan to Colo and River Plate. Sanchez was the subject of a record association football transfer when he signed for Barcelona in 2011 in a transfer worth €37.5 million, turning into the most expensive Chilean player ever. Sanchez won 6 trophies there, including a La Liga title and a Copa del Rey. He then joined Arsenal in 2014 in a transfer worth £31.7 million, €35 million, won 2 FA Cups, the 2015 PFA Fans Player of the Year, and was cast a ballot into the 2015 PFA Team of the Year. In 2018, he moved to association rivals Manchester United in a swap bargain. He signed for Inter Milan a year later and brought home a Serie A championship. Sanchez made his senior worldwide debut for Chile in 2006 at age 18 and has since acquired 148 caps, showing up in 8 significant tournaments and becoming the 2 of his nation's most coveted players and all-time top goal scorer. He drove Chile to the first triumph in a significant competition by winning the 2015 Copa America, scoring the triumphant punishment in the last. He captained the group to a rehash of this victory at the Copa America Centenario, winning the Golden Ball for Best Player. Easily the worst agreement in world football, Alexis Sanchez's arrangement at Manchester United is completely laughable. Join made Sanchez the highest paid player in the Premier League after signing him from Arsenal toward the start of 2018, arranging an agreement that sees him procure £391,000 per week with appearance and objective bonuses, taking that figure up to date £500,000. He's been an outright disaster, yet United will not have the option to head out in different directions from him just yet, as he still has 3 years left on his arrangement at Old Trafford. Well, that's all we have today. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.